Hello, this is Atsushi, and this is for Web V Guide.
You guys have teamed up quite recently?
Well, we met at the Sicily Web Fest when I was showing Yukata Cowboy and Xin.
I was showing my show named X Model.
And so then we hit it off there. And then we had the idea to work together. But we were very busy, for months that we couldn't even meet. Sometimes I stopped by in Paris and I saw Xin, and then in the winter I had some chance to write a new script based on her character, but I wanted her to play two roles. And still have Yukata Cowboy in the story. So that's how the story was developed.
So you've got like an evil twin, don't they?
Yeah, it's a very challenging character because the two characters are opposites of each other. So it was a very, very funny story. We met at Sicily, and that was last year in summer, right? And then I was shooting commercial this year in Shanghai, and he said, let's grab a coffee. I said, what? You are in Japan? He said, no, it's okay, I'm coming.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was very exciting. He came and he was talking to me about projects that I was very interested in, and I told him that I'm pregnant, so it will be maybe in 2017. He said, I don't know, we cannot wait for 2017 for the new project. So I said, so we need to shoot in the summer before I get really big.
Yeah.
And as this is my first time to be pregnant, I don't know that how fast my belly will become.
Yeah.
So I told him, so maybe August we have time to prepare and we can find a line producer, blah blah. And then I was looking at my belly, and he went back to Japan. He was writing the script, and everything is really fast. And then I called him in July. I said, we need to shoot in July because I'm really getting big.
Yeah. Because I've seen some of the footage.
Yeah, of course.
And you were pregnant during that time. That
Yes,
was
yes.
very well shot. I didn't notice at all.
That was the idea. I mean, I also I had a 10 by 10 script and the story treatment, but I had to shorten it because we didn't have really time to raise money and we had to shoot quickly so every time I shortened it, I actually went to the Excel sheet and tried to see how many days of shooting. And it's like, no, this is too many days of shooting. We can't shoot 1.5 days in the hospital, we can shoot maybe 1 day in the hospital. So I had to keep crunching the story from 10 by 10 to 6 by 4 and then 6 by 3. And then I was checking with my American producer, Sean Evans, and she was also looking at some of the footage that we had. And then she's like, I think we have to shoot in July because since stomach became a big issue for the scheduling. It was the only issue. And then I had to kind of kill myself to, I was supposed to go to Montreal, but I canceled. I won a prize anyway. We didn't get the Cowboy, but we had to kind of basically crunch the story down.
Yeah, it just sounds like a web series all on its own.
Yeah, it's already a big story. And then when I read the script, I said, wow, actually it's really ambitious. There's a lot of locations, a lot of actors, a lot of accessories, and a lot of efforts on my belly.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, wow, hospital in the summer of, in July, it's very complicated to shoot in Paris. Every time you need to get authorization, but it takes 3 weeks. And we were really lucky we find our DP Emmanuel's sister worked in the hospital, and there's a whole building abandoned.
So when we crunched the script, there's this exciting hallway scene, but I actually cut it out because I thought we're never going to get a hallway. I just bought a room. But then we happened to get a whole building. So then I had to rewrite the hallway, put it back in. But of course the shooting day didn't get longer. I mean, so we still had to shoot it the same day. So we spent the whole morning with the dolly shot and so many possible ways you can shoot with the gurney. And then and then we still had to shoot all the dialogue and everything else. So she had to play 2 roles. So we had a body double. And
well, that was a big challenge for the double. And it was a very beautiful story because as the building was abandoned and the hospital, they don't want to take the money for the location, and then they give the money to the children, to the
so it was like a donation.
Donation of the children from the hospital. It was really nice.
But I love these booths. I know I'm probably going to interview you guys again at some point for your own show. But these booths are beautiful, aren't they? Like, they've really gone out of their way to make all the shows look really pretty. you been prepping for the market very long? Were you looking forward to coming to do the market here?
Yes. Well, in August, I saw Rose and Oliver at the Web Fest, and we were walking through the temple to get together, and then all of a sudden, you want to come to Bilbao? I said yes, and then he started explaining to me what I have to do as we're walking on the temple, like you have to do this budget, and we're like looking at the temple, and okay, I'm like taking notes as we're looking at the temple, and then the deadline was pretty soon, so I had to work quite a bit to prepare this, this book, which is a book of the visuals, but because we had everything shot, we had lots of pictures, we had a photographer and document everything, and we took still shots, and we put like these kind of funny pictures, and for characters, I mean, I had pictures of Mona and Lisa, both of them, so I prepared these, and then so visually I think it was very playful. Also we have this theme with the Daruma, which is a traditional Japanese doll of good luck. You make your wish, you draw one eye, when it comes true you draw the other eye. And then it's also a doll that stands up on its own. But traditionally it looks like this, it looks very masculine. So
that's the one you gave me, right?
Yes, yes. That's what happened actually. When I saw her last year, in True Life, I just happened to give her this gift. And then, but without knowing that we would work on such a story. And in this story, Mona actually runs a toy shop and she makes this kind of doll, but she made a contemporary female version of it. And so this was actually made by, physically was made by our designer, Ben Hillman, who did the animation also for Yukata. But in the story, this is so we actually had these made in America and sent to Xin's house in France because it had to be. And then we had backup, so we had 2 FedEx packages, sent. And she was like, "What is being sent?" And I was like, because I worked with a designer, I knew what, and there was no more time, so I was just like phoning him and just check, emailing him and making sure this arrived as I was checking the design. Yes.
So you're literally at home going, "Why am I being sent lots of dolls? What is going on?"
I got like 300 boxes.
Yes, so there were all these packages too. Well, I mean, it was like folded and so on. And Xin got her team to come on board. So I only know Xin. I said, well, please get me these places and get me these locations.
Because it was such a short time, and in the summer, a lot of people they went to vacation in France. So we cannot find someone in such a short time. So we decided to line produce a series by ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. That's an incredible amount of talent right there.
You was a real big challenge, but we did it.
How are you finding the festival? I'm very interested at the moment as to, because web festivals are growing and there's lots of new things here, I was wondering, overall, in all the experiences you've had with festivals, what is it that's benefiting you from this kind of environment?
We were quite impressive actually. Because this is my first time, so
Yes, even in Bilbao, yes.
And last year was also very good?
Yes, yes. Yeah, many creators come, I think last year there were 85 or close to 100, and this year there were 200. And they also really make a point of trying to accommodate creators from abroad. So they send out information in English, you feel very comfortable coming here, and they also help us with the hotel and so on. So, so that we felt quite secure coming, and they also tried to matchmake for us and have interesting, dialogues with the creators, and so I think it's very inspiring to go to these events because in Japan nobody's doing this. So I mean, I'm not inspired at all, but I would go to these events and then I would meet people. And both creators, organizers, programmers, and you see also other people doing very interesting projects. This morning there was a pitching session, and I'm not at liberty to say anything that was shown there, but I guess I could say that it was very inspiring and impressive to see all these people's ideas and different projects. And you think, wow, that's an interesting project. Wow, that's an interesting project. And so that's also been quite interesting.
So you would say it's the community that is helping you continue and grow?
Yes,
Definitely. That's fascinating. It's one of the answers we get quite a lot, actually. I find it really fascinating that that's sort of the step behind it. But this one really has been, like you said, accommodating.
Yeah, and also it's very interesting for us to see, because in the web series world, like everyone's kind of producer, actor, director, scriptwriter. We need to do like 3-4 different things because we need to poly-talented.
Yeah.
Molly, sorry, poly-talented is French.
No.
And then it's very interesting for us to meet people like us.
Yes.
And it's very
And who are
encouraging.
flexible.
Exactly, and because we know each other, how we work.
Yeah.
And so it was just, very, very feel good. And the people from the web series festival, I think, because I'm also an actress, and sometimes I go to the feature movie festival, and it's different mentality. And people really